What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Jay, and today I'm going to be telling you 5 reasons why you're struggling in your hair journey. And while I do that, I'm going to show you another way that I like to prep my hair for a silk press. But before we get into that, can we talk about the fact that Brad Mondo literally just reacted to my most recent silk press video? That's so crazy to me. He had nothing but good things to say, so shout out to you, Brad Mondo. You guys know I like to hop right into the video because I'm not here to waste your time, so let's do that. Number 1 on our list is a lot of people do not know their hair's porosity. Knowing your hair's porosity is the foundation for building the perfect regimen for your hair specifically. The first thing I'm gonna do is go in with this Healthy Scalp Buildup Remover by Ion, and you just apply it on your scalp before you wash your hair. And if you're wondering why, you're like, oh my gosh, you've been wearing your hair straight for a month and you don't have a bunch of flakes, I figured out the secret. Almost 2 years ago now, I completely stopped putting oil or grease on my scalp. I think sometimes people forget that your scalp is skin. Let me know if you guys want me to do a more in-depth video about how to figure out your hair's porosity and things like that. Let me know in the comments. Number 2 goes hand in hand with number 1. Because you don't know your hair's porosity, you're choosing the wrong products for your hair. You're probably choosing the wrong products for your hair. For example, if you have low porosity hair and you're using a bunch of heavy oils and butters, you may not be seeing the best results. Now moving on to an apple cider vinegar rinse, and I used a 1-to-1 ratio, like half vinegar, half warm water. Number 3 is style choice. The styles that you're putting your hair in are probably doing more harm than good. The bottom line is, if your hair is not properly prepped and kept, you will not see the results you want to see. I truly believe that one of the main reasons my hair was able to grow and flourish so quickly was because I was choosing low maintenance and low manipulation styles. Once I had already figured out my hair's porosity, I then figured out products that worked for me and the styles that I wanted to do. And then I did those styles and I stayed consistent with that. I know what you're about to say. Oh, nobody wants to wear their hair pulled back. Like, you want to look good, and I get it. But sometimes you have to sacrifice, right? You have to change your priorities. You're not gonna see the results for the work you didn't put in, all right? Now that's in every area of life. Message. I've been wearing my hair straight or in a stretched style for the last year and a half, and I haven't suffered any damage, but that's because my hair is properly prepped and kept. So I have low to medium porosity hair. In addition to me having low porosity hair, I use a lot of silicone-based products when I wear my hair straight or stretched. And we know silicones act as like a shiny coat for your hair, right? So that's why it's gonna take a while for the water to penetrate or this apple cider vinegar to penetrate my hair. No matter your hair's porosity, you need to make sure that your moisture and protein is balanced. There's a lot of misinformation out there about low porosity hair. I saw a comment the other day actually on my channel, and someone asked me, they said, well, I thought if you had low porosity hair, you should avoid protein. That's not true at all, you guys. All hair types need protein. Low porosity hair just doesn't need it as often. And you can become sensitive to it if you're using too much of it, which is why I do my protein treatment quarterly. Somehow the clip of number 4 got cut out, but number 4 was proper maintenance, meaning washing your hair on a schedule, as well as incorporating protein treatments, deep conditioning treatments, etc., etc. Last but not least, number 5, you're not getting routine trims. And when I say routine, I don't mean you have to go trim your ends every 6 to 8 weeks. That's a great starting point when you're building your regimen. But as you progress and you start to see how your hair is reacting to the regimen, then you can go ahead and adjust it accordingly. Like I said, I do mine quarterly. I know people who do it every 6 months. I know people who trim their ends once a year. You have to figure out what works for you. The biggest problem is people don't want to put in the work. People don't want to do the effort. They don't want to go through the trial and error. They just want someone to tell them, buy this product, take this pill, do this thing, and you'll have the hair you want. And that's just not how it goes, y'all. Another thing that I seem to deal with a lot is people trying to discredit the work that I've done to grow my hair and maintain the health of my hair by saying it's genetics. But let me tell you something. Yes, genetic plays a role in your hair growth rate. Genetics also play a role in your hair texture, right? But let me tell you what genetics is not doing. Genetics is not putting my regimen together. Genetics is not coming and doing my wash day and my treatments with me. And genetics is not here trimming my ends. Okay, Jay is doing that. So if you're convinced that it's a genetics thing, then you've already counted yourself out. I always tell the girlies, don't focus on growth. Focus on length retention. People always say, trimming your ends does not grow your hair. Duh, anybody with 2.5 brain cells knows that your hair grows from your scalp and your ends are down here, but you have to change your mindset. Everybody's focused on growth, 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 growth. And unless you have some genetic or medical condition that is preventing your hair from growing or causing it to fall out, then your hair is growing. You're not retaining the length. Length retention is where you will see the growth. It's not gonna happen overnight. And it's not gonna happen at all if you don't try. I know y'all probably looking at my hair like, girl, you have heat damage. I don't. What I've been doing for the last week or two is I've been applying oil to the ends of my hair every day. So it's oversaturated in this area and I can clearly see where I've been putting the oil at. So now that I have the apple cider vinegar rinse in my hair, leave it in this plastic cap for about 20 minutes, then I'm gonna rinse it out and I'll be back. I did go in with this shampoo. I was just letting my hair towel dry because the next step is Olaplex number 0 and number 3. So instead of doing a protein treatment this quarter, I am doing this intensive bond building hair treatment. I know my hair looked heat damaged before, but it's not, y'all. The hair is fine. The number 0, you are supposed to apply it to dry hair, clean dry hair. So this is as dry. My hair is not dry. I know it looks dry, but it is not. It is still very much damp. It's just not dripping. That on for 10 minutes, and then you go in with the number 3. You layer it right on top of the number 0. Leave that on for an additional 10 minutes, and then you rinse that out and you continue with the rest of your routine. These curls are making me excited for summertime. I'm gonna be doing a series where I try to rebuild my go-to curly hair products because I haven't been wearing my hair in a curly style in almost 2 years. Y'all, I've been wearing my hair straight and stretched. I don't have much of this left, but I'm only gonna apply it to the mid shaft of my hair and on down. And this bottle is so tiny, but a little bit really does go a long way. I've rinsed everything out and we're back, and I let this time I had my hair in my turban, and now we have to, this is my least favorite part, I gotta blow dry it. But first, I'm gonna go in with this little gem here. OG Triple OG. I forgot to spray my leave-in. All right, don't start acting like that. Oh. It's empty. This silk press is gonna be a bio silk press. And today all I used was the Revlon paddle brush dryer. Straightener is the Fabulous Pro Nano Titanium. I feel like my hair is right back to the length that it was when I cut it in October. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of the original Bio Silk. Y'all, my ends look good, honestly. Compare these ends to what my ends looked like in October before I trimmed them. The last silk press video, someone commented and asked me, what do I do about split ends that are higher up on the hair shaft? I told her I do the search and destroy method, which basically During the duration of my silk press, I just come in here ever so often and I just look at my hair. And if I see a split end, I cut it. Never get rid of all of them, but I'm doing what I can to get rid of the ones that I see. I swear I pluck this same gray hair every time I see it, and she's always back, so I'm gonna leave her. It's pretty much back to the same length that it was. Not see through like they were last time. This is how you retain length. I grew my hair back to the length that it was when I cut 3 inches off, except for I can keep these ends now. You see how that works? I don't have to try to convince you. You see the proof. A lot of people ask me like, okay, how do you sleep with your hair at night? And I'm gonna be so real with y'all. 9.5 times out of 10, no matter what hairstyle I have, I'm just gonna throw it in a bonnet. I'm being so for real. Sometimes when my hair is straight, I'll split it down the middle and I'll put it in like 2 buns with like scrunchies. So that's it for today, guys. As always, I really appreciate you guys always watching and supporting, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.